Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322. In this video serves as an update to the fastest Drug Wars DLC videos where I show the best fully upgraded Drug Wars DLC cars in terms of lap time and top speed. For all the information needed about this series, check those original videos, but otherwise let's see where the new Hotring Everon falls into that list. And as you probably would have expected, it's pretty much a clone of the Hotring Sabre with a few values changed in it. The usual sort of copy-paste job that is done when sort of a new vehicle is released that's similar to an older vehicle. Its lap time of a 106.4 is average for a sports car. It's certainly nowhere near on the pace of the top sports cars, obviously being in 71st place in the class there. It's a little bit more loose in comparison to the more stiff Hotring Sabre, and that allows the Sabre to be slightly better in the corners, whereas the Everon, you sort of have to find the balance between maximising the speed and keeping the back end in check. Ultimately though, if you're going to be using them in Rockstar's Hotring races, you're going to want to go with the newer Everon since it has the higher top speed. 125.8 is pretty good for a sports car, good enough for 15th place in the sports class, but because those Rockstar created Hotring races are basically zero skill, massive loops where you're at top speed 100% of the time with no thought about braking, cornering, racing lines, things like that, you just want the car that has the better performance at the top end. And with that top speed, the Everon is better by about 3 miles per hour in comparison to the Sabre. So when it comes to Hotring races, that's the one that you're going to choose, but the Sabre is slightly better around the track in most situations. Although the Everon does have, the thing with the Sabre is it came out with all of the horrible advanced handling flags, which makes it bumpy on the roads and things like that. It came out around that time alongside things like the Italy GTO, the Toros, that kind of stuff. The Everon is pretty similar, honestly. It has all of the same advanced flags that the Sabre does, because again they've sort of copied and pasted the handling files for it, just changed a few things to make it have a higher top speed and be a little bit more loose with the back end in the corners. But they are a very similar experience, with the caveat that the Everon has downforce, whereas the regular Sabre, the Hotring Sabre, doesn't, and it's just your standard grip. So the Everon is probably going to be slightly better in higher speed corners, whereas it will be significantly worse in lower speed corners. But ultimately around most laps and in most tracks they're going to be fairly evenly matched, and when it comes to Hotring races, because of the Everon's higher top speed, that's the one that you're going to want to choose. And that kind of makes sense because Rockstar want to make you have to go buy this one if you're into doing Hotring races, because it's more than double the price. It doesn't make sense from a law perspective, I'm pretty sure. I think NASCAR Cup cars are quicker than the trucks, but I don't really know too much about NASCAR, to be honest. But there you go. There's the details, and you guys can let me know in the comments what you think about the Hotring Everon, if you're going to be buying one or not. For this one, that's pretty much it. Consider supporting on Patreon or become a YouTube member if you want to test your results early. And remember to read the description for more info, comment with your thoughts, like the video if you enjoyed or found it helpful, and subscribe for more. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.